Hello everybody. I just watched Wish Watch episode 1. What did I think about it? I'm gonna tell you right now. So the show starts off with this boy and this girl. They're adolescent kids. Look like they haven't reached the double ages of living yet. And it starts off with this girl crying, saying, "I'm about to become an amazing witch." And it seems like both of these are very good friends with each other. And then one girl is crying because she's moving away to become a really good witch. And it seems like heartfelt. Your childhood friend is moving away. That's very sad, right? So we have a flash forward to the dude, and he's all grown up now, which is really awesome. 4 dudes really pissed off or something. And you know why he's pissed off? Because the 4 dudes about to jump this little kid, this dude. Obviously he wasn't able to defend himself, but let's call him main character 1. Main character 1, because I can't pronounce his name. Main character 1. Say, hey, leave him alone. Let the kid go away. These 4 people don't like that. So know what they tried to do? They tried to jump my boy, which is crazy. But the issue is when they tried to jump him, he wasn't even fighting back. This man had ultra instinct. He was just weave, dodge all of them. Jump cut to him eating ramen, and his father at home. His father was bringing up Nico. That's we're gonna call or main character 2. So the father was talking about, hey. You remember your childhood best friend? She just can't. How she originally moved away to become a better witch. Though now she's out of witch school, so now she's coming back home. And since they were basically neighbors, she is moving in with main character 1. And why is Nico moving in with main character 1? Conveniently, the father is going on a business trip, and the mother is nowhere to be found. They both, and I believe they're both orphans. I may be wrong about that. So, and during this conversation, we also not only do we know that Nico is a witch, we found out that main character 1 is a familiar. So basically, a familiar are witches that animals that are used by witches. Those are familiars. And over time, those familiars grew to have human forms. And those familiars who had their human forms went to go breed with regular humans, causing the human familiar, which is really cool. And that's main characters 1, Distance Past. Hello. Eddie and Michael here. The word I was looking for was ancestries. His ancestries. So yeah, this is not actually his biological father, I believe, because they say that he is an orphan. I might be wrong about that. No, he's not an orphan. So that's the wrong down. Main character 1 has. What's the word with your distance is familiar. So he got power of, I'm assuming that he's just stupidly strong. I'm sure he got some other things about him to being familiar. I'll just have to find that out later. But yeah. So now let's jump cut to main character 2. I forgot her name. Literally crashing into his life. So main character 1 is sitting on the couch, reminiscing about the distance past with main character 2. And as he was sitting down thinking, man, I wonder how much she has grown. She literally comes crashing in through the front glass door on the broom. Oh dang, she could have stick the landing, which was respectful. How can you really stick landings? And for starters, that had me laughing. So I'm liking it so far. This stuff got me so far. I'm sold. I'm sold on this one. So now we know there's a rule about familiars always protecting the witches as like a bodyguard. Since he has distance with familiars, he's gonna be her bodyguard. So as to demonstrate what she can do with her witch power, since she went to witchery school and all that, she decided to fix the glass door that she broke. So like, okay, cool. Cool. She asked main character 1, hey, do you have anything that's important to you? And main character 1 says, okay, I got this glass mug. He pulls it out, and she says, recovery, which fixes the glass door. And that's cool, because the entire time when they was yapping about the glass door break, I was just thinking, isn't she a witch? Can she just fix the door? And luckily, literally seconds later, she fixes the door. Like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Good job. But there was a drawback to the spell. It was a sacrifice spell, which was hilarious. He was so focused on the door. Look back. My mug. What you mean it was a spell sacrifice? Which one later I found out, like, oh, almost every spell she uses has a drawback to it. And we would get to those specific spells when we get there. Next spell she wanted to use. She wanted to demonstrate a spell where she can make things flat as a paper. And main character was like, not really. He didn't have anything he wanted to test it out with. So she says, okay, I'd use it on myself. And because flat as a paper. Now I'm just saying, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But with her being flat as a paper, for one, all her organs are just flat as fuck. And now she's flying out the wind. And conveniently, the door was open and she flew out. So, and one little neat thing I like when main character 1 was main character 2 was flying flat as a paper, she threw up because her organs was messed up. And all the organs was confetti. And like I say, this show is pretty hilarious. I'm really liking it so far. So, Matthew, I guess you did. You put me onto some good stuff.
Watch. Which watch? It's peak.
So, as main character 2 is flying, she falls into a crack. And it's too thin for anyone to get in. So, she flies the paper. But she says, oh no, the spell's about to wear off. And if I inflate in a small old crevice, I'm truly become flat. And conveniently, the bully from earlier in the episode, that was his house. He's like, damn, are you here to like solve some beef or some shit? You really want to be involved that bad? Or something along those lines. So you think, damn, quick, can you get a vacuum cleaner? There's someone stuck in here and I can't get her out. So yeah, they was yapping a bit. So they was yapping back and forth, arguing a bit, small stuff. So he decided, you know what, fuck that. He decided to use his real familiar powers, and this demon pops up on screen as he sharded his fist to Mayakasak, and he destroys the wall, which was very, very cool. And as Thin Girl pops out, her spell undo, so she doesn't become flat as a paper anymore. And so, dude is pissed. This is my house. You broke my wall. So, our main character 2 comes out and says, okay, she used recovery's on the wall to fix the wall. But of course, we already went over, you need a sacrifice, something that's important to you. So what did they use? The bully's hair, because that's something that's very important to him. So once they use a spell on him, the nigga is bald. You know what? That's funny. You got me. Good stuff. So now they're getting groceries. He's complaining about the bags being heavy, yada yada yada. So she used a spell to make the bags lighter. And of course, you know that we're using a spell that has a drawback to it. So what is the drawback to making things super light? You can probably guess it, but we're gonna get there when we get there. So she used the light mattress on the groceries. They become super light. So she main character 2 wants to use her power for good and to help people, but main character 1 doesn't want all that attention on her. So because he has to protect us, so she doesn't want all that attention to go on her for using witch powers, because fair. But main character 2 was like, no, I am a witch. I'm supposed to help people. This is what witches do, and witches who don't fall into a dark hole or something like that. And as they're having that conversation, house is on fire, and there's somebody up there screaming for help. So as they was contemplating whether she helped or not, she said, "Nah, this is my duty as a witch." She pulled out her witch broom because, she's a witch. And then that's when main character 1 decides, I'm gonna help, since I'm your familiar, I'm going to help you too. So they fly up there on a broom. Everyone's looking, everyone's all confused, like, "Oh my god, what's that? What's that? What's that?" And then that's when old dude says, "Jump on this broom, we're gonna get you to safety." But the broom can only hold a capacity of 2 people, so they just about to start crash landing. Then that's when Nico decided to put that light spell onto main character 1. So he becomes super light, and now they're able to levitate up with the broom. And like I said, each spell has a drawback to it. So what's the drawback to this spell? Wait, I think I already talked about that. So main character 1 is all talking cheerful, joyful. He's even flirting with the girl that they just saved. So they come in very cheerful and very bubbly with this spell, which is really hilarious. Still, even with that spell, they were still too heavy on the broom. So they put this, so she ended up putting the spell onto herself. Nico put the spell on herself to make herself lighter, so they was able to land the broom pretty safely. So now they both super lighthearted. I want to say like bubble-headed, something like that. They're carefree in the world. Later on, this is where the drawback comes in. The bags become super heavy. Because the drawback is anytime you use make something light, once the spell wears off, it becomes twice as heavy. So, you know what that means? Both their bodies becomes heavy as fuck. And as soon as main character 2 says, "Oh no, there's another side effect," her body gets super heavy. Later on, they get mad depressing, which is really funny. Like I said, this show is pretty funny. It made me laugh a good amount of times. Now, for the big juicy part, we get the reveal that there's a prophecy that Nico will have a big disaster in about a year from now of the show. So that's why he, as the witch is familiar, he has to help her. Really good. So that makes main character 1 log in and say the best way to keep her safe is to keep her hidden. Make sure that nobody knows that she's a witch. That's his way of protecting her. So with that, episode 1, it sold me. It has a lot of fun. It has a lot of funny moments. Episode 2 is already out, so I'm probably gonna check in on that. So far, I give this one a good 7 out of 10. Really good one. And wait, I forgot. There's one thing I forgot. Michael, what do you think about that opening? Okay, so after listening to the opening song, I just say that was a pretty good opening. I would give Witch Watch opening. I'd give it a good 7. It's catchy. Who knows? And that might go up over time. So right now, Witch Watch opening gets a 7 out of 10 for me. Okay, awesome. Real. So I guess that's all out of me. Please like, comment, subscribe. I gotta say this every time because like some people forget. Please subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I'm gonna go play some Marvel Rivals. Peace out.